Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy, who is nowhere near cool enough to have his voice coming out of this mouth. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last time, we explored all of Morag and did a surprising number of things in Gormod as well. Wrapping up the 4th chapter of this story on this repeat run-through. This time, we got old Mori in the house. Sounded like I said Omori. No, I meant old Mori. You understand. Old Mori in the house. Old Marge here. She got hidden affinity, yo. Poggers. Inspiration slightly fills the party gauge when an excellent is scored during a special. Everyone's got to have one. Ultimate Etherology. That's the word. Ether up by 10%. Imperial Pride, unbeatable status. Silent Bloodshed, surprise attack up by 50%. Life's Flow increases potion HP restored to self, not by potions by 10%. Not too helpful on her. Legendary Skills slightly fills the party gauge for each critical hit delivered. This line is better. Instant Chain adds a 10% chance of attacking again after a successful auto attack. Cool Focus, dexterity up by 10%. Golden Opportunity increases attack power ratio at the start of a chain attack. Yes, please. Blade Alliance, boosts recharge for specials after canceling by 20%. Warrior's Resolve, boost max HP by 10%. Battle Stance, strength up by 10%. This one's pretty mediocre, actually. I would only really take the first one. Survival Training, max HP up by 200. Divination, luck up by 10%. She does have some good break arts. Cheermaster, increases affinity by 25% after winning a special button challenge. I like... I think I'll take this.
That wraps that up nicely.
And I'll take the surprise attack to get... wait, hang on. Where's the chain attack one? There it is now. I want this.
As it should be.
That's a better skill to start with anyway. And the one above that, I can afford.
That wraps that up nicely.
I need to take at least one more skill, 2 more skills if I want to gain access to that, so... I kind of like this chain. This one's cheap.
This is the culmination of
years of training. This skill kind of sucks, but I'll take it.
This is the culmination of years of training.
You can work on multiple things for years at a time. Did you know? Oh gosh, Nia. I like how the starting one is overt affinity. Nia, you can take luck.
Bad, not bad at all.
Pretty sure Tora could just barely not afford something last time we checked. Reduce enemy break resistance. Like that. Look over there. Topple duration. His enemy break resistance is a non-issue. I have Cutie Pie now, and I have the Master Scope legendary on him. We'll go topple duration.
Piece of cake, time for a break.
Ooh, voice crack. You can tell I've been doing this for a while. Restores HP when canceling with a driver art. You know, I've been using Sever for surprise attacking a lot. This would make him even better.
That's about that.
That's done.
I will do my best.
I want to talk about some alternate uses for Morag and her blades. So Bridget, she works especially well when she is not switched off of. She gets more damage every time she evades an attack. She has high evasion, and this resets every time you switch off of her. You don't want to be switching off of her. So what you can do is go into weapon modification and give her 2 common blades that have strength up by 50 as their effect. The bonus effects of common blades are determined by their weapon class. I see that Great Axe gives her that effect. Please let me have another Great Axe. Do I not? Do I actually not? Don't
Ready to
do this
roll.
to me. Maybe Mega Lance, that's an attack type. Okay, good. You can get it on a Mega Lance with the Earlite ship, just the Pentagon ship doesn't. So we've increased Morag's strength by 100 now, giving her 478. This makes Bridget hit like a truck. And remember, Morag focuses on blade combo routes. If those 2 common blades are elements that don't come up in blade combos, then you can put her on the AI, and reliably, she will not switch off of Bridget hardly at all, making her actually consistent when not played as. And Bridget's not the only blade that you could do this with. Because of Morag's AI, despite the fact that she's not a good Great Axe user compared to Rex or Zeke, you could do this with Doggus, giving her 2 50-ups on her strength, and then just make her go stand in the corner, never switching off Doggus like the other AIs won't. The other AI can do this if you just give them only 1 blade, but Morag can have 2 blades that are giving her stat ups. That's pretty good. I have to praise that a lot. It's a good strategy and makes her a better user for Doggus than you might think at first. In fact, I've just realized that I should probably give her a Mega Lance with some obscure element and not have this this Great Axe on her. You have fire, you have dark.
I made the A-team.
There we go, that's a lot better. As long as we're just using Fire Blade combo routes, we'll be a lot better off with Bridget. The other blade that is surprisingly good on Morag is Perdido. I mentioned wanting to overdrive Perdido away, and it was to showcase this. But my whole point is that Morag is god-awful with ether cannons, and Perdido's based on that, is he not? Well, not quite. It's her arts that are terrible on an ether cannon. She does get a break arm. Her auto attack with ether cannons is surprisingly good. And you're only standing there doing nothing with Perdido auto attacking over and over again. Her arts don't really matter unless the situation calls for the effect. For that reason, she's quite good with him, actually. And that same thing about only doing fire blade combo routes if you don't want to switch off of him and do common blades, that also applies. You'll want to go ether instead of strength, but it's still a valid tactic that you could do. Certainly not the blade I imagined to be using my overdrive protocol on, yet here we are. Which is why I'm resetting. I don't want to keep that overdrive protocol on Perdido, and besides, I had somebody else in mind that I wanted to have on Morag anyway.
Poppy.
Poppy QT going on her first Merc mission.
QT Core assemble. QT Core moving out.
Just remember to have fun.
Mission complete. Poppy did it.
Well met.
Bridget,
This feels like a demotion.
get out of here.
Guys.
Firebrand's leader standing by. You take care of Morag, you hear? Best of luck to you.
Always thinking of the Lady Morag. You know what we've almost never done? Awaken core crystals on Morag. If you go and look at the blades that I've given her, she's got Nim, and that's it. Everyone else was guaranteed from story events or a quest. She's just not that good with common weapon types all that much. She's pretty bad at, I'd say, half of them. So I generally awaken those on Zeke because he's the safer choice. But I think we're long overdue for this. We're gonna awaken at least 1 rare blade on Morag today or die trying. I've been here for almost an hour and found nothing. This is the worst luck I've had so far. And there's 5 rare blades I don't have. I've had better luck than this when there was like 2 left. Kanan, and she has a cannon. Unintentional AI generated puns are the best. That's what I'm saying every time I don't get a rare blade now. Why is this taking so long? I never have to wait this long. I've always praised this game for being respectful of your time, but this might be an exception to that because usually it's not so bad. I always have new blades coming in that I haven't tried out yet, and they come in faster than I can actually use them, and I never feel like there's any shortage of blades. This, however, taken a long time. I could have gone for this being shorter. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yahoo! Wait, your arms aren't... What?
The name's Newt. Standing by for your orders. Every part of me sings. me show you what I can do.
Anakin is even more dumber than Newt Gunray. So, this is the only blade I have never obtained. She is the last of the regular, standard, playthrough, non-new game, whatever, blades. And I wanted to get her on Morag, as with her being kind of military woman, you see the comparison there. A lot of people were requesting me to get her on Morag, and she was actually who I was hoping for. Not gonna lie, a part of me thought it would be funny if this was my last blade period and I got her after all the New Game Plus blades, but I still got her after 2 of them, which shows just how weighted my luck seemed to be against getting her. So Newt. Wow, what a sad Morag. Here, at least take Cassandra.
I wish I could share.
I see no reason not to send Newt away on her first Merc mission so we can see what her group is like.
Roger that.
I didn't know those arms floated at her side. I've seen a couple, like, briefly on Twitter, I've seen screenshots with her in them, but I always tried to kind of avert my eyes so I didn't know what she was actually like. I did not know that those arms were floating in the air next to her and don't know how to feel about that.
We're the battle cruisers, forged in battle. Sally forth! Good luck!
I can't believe I finally have her. She's eluded me for so long. And while that's ongoing, we can also see Cutie Pie's Merc group.
Poppy will lead mercenaries with pride. The utmost best, whatever my role.
Why Cutie Pie? Oh, Cutie Pie.
Generating name. Name found. Cutie Pirates. Cutie Pirates, move out.
Best of luck to you.
That's one of those you only realize what the pun is after you say it out loud, and I kinda love it, not gonna lie. Forever alone, Tora. Oh, right, they share a body, so if one goes on a Merc mission, they all go on a Merc mission, and you can't use Tora at all. Cool shades you got there, Tora. Similarly, if you send Pyro away on a Merc mission, can't use Mithra, other way around too. It's amazing what sharing a body does in limiting your employment. Bridget came back.
Here's what I accomplished.
Thanks for getting it done.
She blamed it all on me. A new chapter brings new character arcs. Garum. Hi there. Hey, Reese and his gang are starting to really get the hang of working here. They're getting on with the locals too. Having hard workers like them on board saves us a lot of work too. So it goes both ways. Although Pittman hasn't quite found it in his heart to forgive them yet, seeing as it was his ship that got stolen. Well, give it time. I'm sure he'll come around eventually. Sun peeking through those storm clouds is so beautiful. Pittman has nothing new. Noelle had nothing new to say. Vask, however. Well, what do you know? The head cook wasn't all talk. I challenged him to a contest of dishwashing and veggie peeling, but they totally trounced me. So then I challenged him to an axe contest, but they won that too! Our head cook isn't just a master chef, but also a master combatant. A master chief, if you will. Seems it'll be a good long while before the beautiful Queen Rakura eats food that I've prepared. Just like his sister, Antis had nothing new to say. Solomon, on the other hand. Can we have a chat about dumplings? So I hear Chairman Banna has gone missing. I'd rather not return to the guild right now and fear getting mixed up in that mess. I think I might just stay here. By the way, have you ever noticed the strange inscriptions on the backs of the walls around here? They've bothered me since I was a boy, but now I might have some free time. I might actually look into them. Freedom is a wonderful thing, you know? Without work to tie me down, it feels like the world is my oyster. Though the lack of income could be a small problem. It's amazing how many hints there are for you to check out things that are related to side quests down the road. He's talking about that inscription over there that we checked out during, I think, the Nopon Murals is what it was called. And these lines can go away if you're not checking them every single chapter, too. At Hardhay Dock Level 2, Milode has a Merc mission. That's not what we care about. He mentioned knowing Professor Tadazo in the endgame when I talked to him for the first time. Should we have come and talked to him sooner? I've heard rumors about artificial blades, but I never thought someone had actually made them a reality already. Our R&D team must be lagging behind whoever developed that thing and is running rings around them. I guess there's something to be said for Nopon innovation. Do you think any of them be willing to give a lecture?
Cutie pirates
All right, on
Things went
cue, Taurus ready to just have the biggest cat that swallowed the canary grin on his face as he just smirks at
reporting.
him.
Mission completed without hitch. You better report in then.
He deserves it, being proud, the little genius. There's Cutie Pie. Done. Still waiting on you, though. I've been told to talk to Nolha by the entrance of Alba Cavendish without Morag in the party. I actually caught a glimpse of Special Inquisitor Morag recently, in the flesh. Oh, she was so dashing. She effortlessly toppled that villainous boy to the ground and then launched him high into the air. Does she have a launch art? I don't think she does. Then she rained attacks on him while he was helpless to resist. So elegant, so refined. It was like watching a master at work. Oh, that's not how you remember it. Oh, she's talking about me. Yeah, you're clearly misremembering because she doesn't even know a launch art. Don't take my memories, that's how it looked for me from a distance. If she has a launch art, it's on no weapon I have ever engaged to her. I'm 99% sure that she doesn't. How about we make her day? What should I say? I can't breathe. Am I dreaming? Is Lady Morag really standing in front of me? She didn't even say anything at all. I thought there was gonna be some kind of freak out, but that's kind of funnier. She truly does look better with her hair up in this white suit. Padraig! What's Special Inquisitor Morag doing here in Torrigoth? Oh, forgive me. Please forget I said anything. I, Padraig, will humbly carry out my duty as expected of my station. You try so hard for you losers who demote him so that you can sacrifice the people in the trenches. You wound me so.
The mission results are as follows. You better report in then.
And that's all of the Merc Group related stuff that we'll need to see until we pull another blade. Thank God. It was so rough having important blades away on Merc missions for a long time. I'm gonna give you a tip. If you plan on playing any side quests at all, or viewing Heart to Hearts, or anything that has prerequisites tied to specific blades, don't take Dromark out of the party. Just stick with him a little longer. You only have to do it for the rest of the story or until you've done all the side quests you want to do. So much stuff just doesn't spawn in if he's not there. I've learned my lesson. My mom was supposed to visit me this week and she canceled because I was sick and we wanted to make really sure that it wasn't something serious. So, this hits kind of close to home for me that we're coming here.
These are my parents' graves.
What?
Sorry, I guess I never properly told you about myself.
No, it's fine.
You'll be
For
watching
all
over us,
of the
right,
tropes that people point
Yes.
out in this game, I love how Rex's parents aren't alive and bad guys. Thanks, Zanza. Nia! No one wants to smell that.
I'm so
Or
sorry.
do you just like
making
fish
you
because
rush
you're a
out that
cat?
way.
I am going to tell you
Finally,
something that made me realize
your
how
sweet
mentally
tongue.
inferior I am to the folks at Monolith.
You're the...
Hey, Charlotte.
So, Morag doesn't fight Zeke because she knows who he is. When he launches the entire group in that cutscene, they actually bothered to animate her smiling even though it's covered up by the collar of her suit, and you can't possibly see that in normal gameplay unless Morag is wearing her swimsuit, which was DLC after the game's release.
What the? How did you
We were all playing checkers while they were playing 8-dimensional chess. Just wow! This DLC came months after this cutscene was released too. Thank you to Nandin Lopez and Spence for suggesting this. How both of you found this, not one but two people in the comments. I will never know. You should be the ones making these videos. Hot damn!
Keep it coming.
Oh, and Morag's swimsuit having just the visor of her cap is pretty funny.
Initiated. Might it be a time for a finish?
Something cathartic about taking a prince and smacking the money out of him.
Let's rest.
Look at the footage I'm putting in front of you here. I am in Chapter 5. You can tell because I'm playing as Morag, and Whereabouts Unknown is not spawning anywhere. Turns out you have to beat Zeke's last battle in Chapter 5 before it'll spawn. It's weird and one of the few examples of a quest that actually isn't locked behind just a chapter. This also means that at the time of recording this, every single online guide for this is wrong.
Let's take it at our own pace.
There it is! Ash has the quest now after skip traveling from Indol to prove my story progress. Yeah, there it is. I got scared there for a second because I expected it to be under Leftheria, but the order with these few titans in this section is weird. In case you're wondering, there's no good reason to have 5 stars with Indol. You can't even get the Armor Milk Earl Grey there, which is the only deed-related item in Indol. They won't even sell it until you've gone to Leftheria. It was requested that I play Whereabouts Unknown again and show the other option that is mostly only possible in New Game Plus. You'd have to save this piss-easy quest for Endgame in order to not do it in that point. I want to thank Orpheolus, yet again, for providing me the exact prerequisite of this quest. I started Chapter 5, went to go do it immediately, and it wasn't there. They told me it was Zeke's last fight. Sure enough, that's what did it. Dead Imperial soldiers, gone but not forgotten. It just so happens that this side quest, in addition to it having, a pathway that we didn't see, one of the incorrect soldiers to check has 2 common core crystals on him. Nice bonus boon for you. Checking the correct one will end this quest objective, making it impossible to check the other soldiers. And I feel like the terrain kind of leads you to check this guy second, so this third guy over here, check him. Ah! Oh no, what will I ever do? Kind of funny, the Ancient Sorrow here is 1 level stronger than this one. I won! That looked funny. You only have to take out 1% of his HP. I think I can take it! No. I almost forgot that we have a new blade. Sorry, I'm still getting used to having Newt in my party.
Leave it to me.
Newt is a fire chroma katana. One of the few fire blades that's random and not guaranteed through story events or a quest. I think other than Daga, she's the only one, actually. She gives 30% physical defense, 25% either defense, similar to Theory, who I have already praised as having great stuff. She gives 20% more to max HP. Quite a tanky blade indeed. In the way of field skills, super strength, we've seen that before, useful some of the times. Salvaging mastery, didn't know you had that. I've gotten along with plenty of salvaging mastery without you. Titan weapon wisdom is an exclusive skill only used in her quest. And in some Merc missions, those 2. She has 2 Ox Cores. While I'm picking out my Ox Cores, look at early Newt. Hilarious. Definitely on the defensive side. She has the capability to resist lots of various effects, and because of that, Affinity Max Barrier could be nice in her, just because she'll be resisting stuff all the more often and have that as a good purpose for anything that relies on driver combos a lot. I don't know if this enemy does. I think I'll put it on just cuz. And we can go Affinity Max Attack 5 and just go all in on the Affinity. Newt can take the Dilaton chip. Got 10 of them, you're a defensive blade, you've waited for it. Chroma Katana's have all-around good stats, sounds nice to me. Oh no, don't tell me. She has an eye in the back of her head! No! This blade is so freaking creepy! And if she's got her hands on her own ass, or are they even her hands? I don't know, that makes it worse! Okay. All right, Newt. I was just out getting your stuff. All right, you like meat, and this is your favorite?
This tastes so emotional. High-quality protein is the key to building muscles like these.
Whoa! Thanks!
She likes Army Field Manual. You think this is a game, soldier?
I'll have you know, I am brilliant at strategy games.
She would view war as a game. Maybe that's the joke. And then she likes marching in time to music.
I find the form irresistible.
This looks a treat.
Shut up, I don't care.
It's too early to be complacent.
Now we're talking new blade time! While we're fighting a big old bad monster that we've never fought before. Let's go! Newt's first battle skill, Tranquil Guard, is mistranslated. It says that it gives driver combo resistance, but it actually is all reactions, including knockback and blowdown. This cannot hit 100% like a lot of skills that nullify things do, but I think that's to be expected. Her second battle skill, last line of defense, is also mistranslated. Here's what it says normally. It's actually a damage reduction universally for Newt and anyone else standing within 5 meters of her. This doesn't require max affinity like Gorg, and it reduces damage by even more than his ability. In some fights, it's significantly more useful. We're finishing up this blade combo with her level 3. Extremely Gutsy Spirit is a 12-hit slam fest with a situationally good blowdown and never affected by guards at level 5. And her final skill, Flowers of War, aggro up from auto attack. Nearly imperceptible, but still technically helpful. I can't say that it's outright a useless skill. You probably won't notice it working, but it's there. Could give you the aggro when you least expect it. Immolating Cleave, increased damage to launched enemies, probably not ever seeing that. She has a smash heart. And then we got level 1. Not part of this blade combo, but we'll do it anyway. That is increased aggro, a nice, quick, easy grab at level 1. Easy to get with her love of special recharge items, aka music. Hold on, break. Diamond Mist, please. Oh, we're getting Diamond Mist topple. I like the way the announcer says that. You know I've played this game too much when I can have an affinity for something as minor as that.
Diamond Mist topple.
Sounds cool when he says it. Here we go, Newt.
Commence the plan.
So with her 2 Ox Core slots and no skills that are based on damage, I would call Newt definitely one of the more defensive Chroma Katanas. She's more of a face tanker, but she has evasion thrown in as a nice guaranteed art for a bonus as well. Likely to reduce chances of driver combos going off, just has some good defensive effects. The fact that she reduces damage across the entire party is a big thing that I praised about Gorg and think is a lot better than people give it credit for. It makes her survivable whenever an attack is not evaded. She does face stiff competition from Brigid due to also being a fire elemental blade, so I don't know if I'd say that her usefulness in blade combos really is that helpful, but she's alright. A weird downside of her is that no matter what save file seed you were assigned, she is always one of your rarest blades. I think other than Cosmos, she on average has the lowest percentage of being pulled. To match her unconventional strengths, that's an unconventional weakness. The fact that you're so likely to have better Chroma Katanas and better fire blades on any given driver by the time she joins.
See, getting better.
A victory was inevitable, given the circumstances.
Tora could even beat them without friends.
Remember when I said that Flowers of War can be helpful sometimes? Not if you haven't learned it yet.
You won't find a better bodyguard anywhere.
Or a better body. That too. I just realized that Nia has more blades than Morag. She has 2 more than Morag. Had 3 more when Morag joined. Do you say anything else? What news of the research party? So here's the thing. Oh, rampaging sorrows! I never knew creatures like that lived in Gormott. So everyone's... I see. She is standing over this guy between his feet, forcing him to do this with his legs apart. She really knows how to drill it into these soldiers that there's a barrier. Thank you. At the very least, I expect the Volf won't be too keen to return to where their comrades fell. And since you've taken care of the rampaging sorrows, the threat to the area should have passed. I think I'll go and pay my respects to my fallen friends. That, and I'd like to have something I can pass on to their families. I can give you its still beating heart. So it's just a combination of the two cutscenes that you already get to see normally, not too special, and the rewards aren't even different. Overclocking Bangle's good, so is Pentagon Ship for this point in the game.
I'll be stronger tomorrow than I am today.
You know, I'm happy. Happy that the bad guy from Perun's quest actually dedicated his life to a noble purpose, giving me a third accessory slot. I can't say anybody is a screw-up in life if they have accomplished that. Betascope, what else do I want on you? First off, you want a legendary Betascope. I only had a rare on you. When all else fails, high-tech eye patch, 52% damage increase from something you should be doing anyway. I'm gonna teach you about a brand new feature that I have yet to talk about. By holding the control stick and pressing Y, auto run. I tend to not use this. I just don't feel right about it, and you will run into walls if because it doesn't adjust direction. It's there. If you're just gonna be walking in a straight line anyway and just kind of want to check your phone for a second, you can do that. It's one hell of an adventure. This could save some time. Or it could just be an accessibility feature. Not everybody can use a control stick the same way.
Hey, Pyra. So, Adam, what kind of a person
Is she
was
sewing there? I've never noticed that.
Should I ask?
She's
Eva?
actually fixing Rex's
it?
clothes.
No, it's fine.
They never mention that
just
she
wondering.
sews at any other time. I don't think.
He was incredible.
He sounds like a real hero.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
I
by
never
gay?
noticed that the left half of this picture is
memories.
humans running
that
from
I
the
must
end
have
of
been
the
around
world
since
to
this
a
mural
land
was
of
first
titans.
painted, or even earlier.
That's
But
very much a burning
I don't
city.
remember that time at all.
I can't wait for Amalthus in this grand setting to stand up and greet these people dressed up the way they are.
Has arrived, Your Eminence.
Thank you. So you're Rex. I've heard much.
Hi, you're not the praetor, are you?
No way.
Zeke's not even wearing a
I am
shirt.
Amalthus. I understand your surprise. I imagine you expected somebody older.
Serves you right, Amy.
Cole's driver.
Some of the religious symbolism is more overt in the Japanese version. His title is not Praetor Amalthus, but Pope Amalthus, and you can definitely see that in his clothing style. The architect is simply just referred to as God, and this even made it into one place in the English version where the lyrics for One Last You are, "Can I ask you, God?"
I seem to
I don't feel like the meaning is really changed. It's pretty clear what everything
I
is
almost forgot.
an allegory for. I just see it as some fun world building that instead of being called God, he's called the architect. It's something that makes All Rest feel more, well, All Rest. The eye in the back of her head's all hairy too, because it pokes out from between her. Did she have to shave the eyelid on that thing to make it so it's able to see? The more I think about her, the more questions I have, and the more I don't like her, because either answer to the question is worse than when I didn't have these questions. When looking closely at Amalthus, going into first person, his core crystal is visible at all times. To those sharp-eyed enough to get a good look at the guy, you could have pieced it together that that's where the other half of Hayes' core crystal went. It's very clearly in the same shape as the would-be other half of her core if you get it from just the right angle. The bill of his cap just protects it from being seen in cutscenes. Got him scrounging for any little detail of what might be under his hat. What is this, Ed, Edd n Eddy?
Operations are still ongoing. If we attack now, we can...
What have you done, Senator
Oh,
Roderick?
she looks cool walking up like that!
What are you doing here?
The Emperor ordered that the dig be halted. He was very specific, Senator. If you've restarted it, you have violated His Majesty's will.
Oh, she got a
The
good
Emperor doesn't
face for
understand
looking
Morag's
pissed off.
urgent lack of resources.
Turters, your services are needed. Zeke has got the most important hidden affinity chart of them all. Ether a Tarch, I think. Never heard of this word. Ether up by 10%. Hero's Work slightly fills the party gauge for each critical it delivered. Second Wind, there's the unbeatable status, in the same spot too. Natural Healing increases HP restored to self by 10%, not potions. Obsidian Slash increases damage dealt by a surprise attack by 50%. Ruckus Cheer increases affinity by 25% after winning a special button challenge. Professional Hit, dexterity up by 10%. Fleetfoot Flit, agility up by 10%. Medicinal Maestro, HP potion up by 20%. I beyond don't care. Fiendish Pursuit, 20% damage ratio after canceling an auto attack. Gonna automatically take that.
The eye of shining justice is throbbing.
How fitting that he has the eye patch in the form of a skill. Zeal Heal Real Steel, restores 3% HP when canceling an auto attack with a driver art. As one, slightly fills the party gauge when an excellent is scored during a special. I've skipped over a column. Heart of Gold, max HP up by 10%. Hotshot Hit, dexterity up by 20. Unleash Shining Justice. At max affinity with Pandoria, hold R and press plus to awaken for a time once per battle. The trigger makes it pretty clear that Zeke here gets his own answer to Numa. The Eye of Shining Justice was teased for so long as this apparent superpower that he has, and you can actually obtain it and see what it is. We'll get there. Oh, we'll get there. Of course I'm going for this skill.
The Eye of Shining Justice is throbbing.
And I'll take this one.
Oh yeah.
We can take dexterity. That'll be helpful in some challenge battles.
Justice is throbbing.
I'll take the ether as well. A lot of his best blades use ether.
Oh yeah.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Zeke in the party also means Telos is back in the party.
Don't expect me to do
It's kind of funny how many blades Zeke has. I even took Corvin from Morag and gave him to Zeke. That's just sad. Poor Morag, man. How far along is Telos? Oh, I still gotta jump over 1,000 times. It's gonna be a race between that and Cutie Pie, I see. Using chain attacks. Okay, we can have Telos in the party. It's important that we work on her, and it's also important that we work on Doggus. The thing that I want to be talking about while running off to stop Jin from starting a war is that this specific moment in time, once Zeke is in the party, is actually the earliest time you can complete Sheba's quest, assuming that you have the capital to drop into her. I'm not running through it again, I just thought I would note that to show how long I waited on getting Sheba exactly before you could technically do it if you grinded for money. Additionally, Sprain, right near the Maelstrom, has a hint for how to get aboard the Maelstrom because the gate is closed. He has no star above his head to signify this, so I'm sure few players ever saw it. Here's a screenshot that I was sent with this. Currently, during this section of the story, we're in an instance of Temperantia with no enemies in the central plane to get in the way of those cutscenes playing out and Jin targeting that Titan. This means by using Zombie Walk, you can survive the fall onto the central plane, go get the Shining Star chips I showed on first visit, and not have to dodge overpowered enemies.
Blade combo, third stage. Great.
Seeing Jin get punched in the face 100 times a second with those comically used fists, it's oddly cathartic. Amalthus did some good and was actually right about some things. He got Queen Rakura and Emperor Nile to trust one another with his summit, averting a war that likely would have brought about the end of Morardain. I don't see that going any other way. At the very least, it would have spelled the end for their Titan.
The Praetorian was to refrain
I
from
also think the
intervention
big
in times
war
of
he
war.
fought around the World Tree
And yet
succeeded
here
in
you are
uniting the
intervening.
world. Practically every country
Yet
opened
I
their doors
trust
to
you had a
Indoline
suitable
refugees when they
justification for
previously
your
did
enemies.
not. We even play multiple quests where we help make sure that everyone can live together in
But
harmony.
first, to
And
ensure
don't lie, he did a
impartiality
great job
in these
motivating the world to
negotiations,
live in peace.
May I present Nira Nira,
Out of
acting
spite.
chairman of
It's a
the
great
Argentum
motivator.
Trade Guild. Furthermore, representing the Tantalese, His Highness the Crown Prince Ozikairis Brunev Tantal will also be attending.
Zeke's just asking for disaster. There's not even a guardrail here. And just gonna do his squats, like it ain't no thing. He's used to it. He can take it. That is another story chapter down. 3 whole areas, actually. No, okay, I guess it's kind of a stretch to say that we did all of Temperantia. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, we continue on through the rest of Indol and into Tantal. See you guys then!